Okay, kiddos. So today I have a sheet that we would normally be doing in our origo journal, and I'm going to do it with us. And then we'll practice a bit, and then you'll have a little bit to work on in your math journal. So if we look at this, this is a continuation of what we were doing the other way. It says multiplication using the partial product strategy, or another way of saying this is an array. So let's look at our problem. It says Luke is planning a summer vacation for his family. He buys 3 package deals to the Grand Canyon. I think this is before the coronavirus, don't you think? Then it says estimate the total amount he will pay. So we're figuring out how much money. And you think it will be more or less than $5,000. And how could we calculate the exact cost? So one package, one basically trip costs $1,849, and Luke wants to get 3 of them. So I guess he's got some money. So whoops. So we can see there's 3, and then this right here is the number we're going to be multiplying. It's 1,849. And I can see down here that 1,849 has been split out by place value so that we can multiply. So this looks like an array of what we did the other day. So I can see there's the 1,000, the 800, the 40, and the 9. So 3 times 1,000, and we can see over here would equal 3,000. Let's see how I do writing little numbers right over here. Equals 3,000. So that would be 3,000. 3 times 800. Well, I know that 3 times 8 is 24. And I can see that we have 2 zeros in the factor. So I know I need to have 2 zeros in my product. So if 3 times 8 is 24, then 3 times 800 is 2,400. Oops, boy, let me erase that. Sometimes this is really sensitive. Okay, so then I know 3 times 4. Well, I know 3 times 40. I know 3 times 4 is 12. So 3 times 40 would be 120. And then I have 3 times 9 equals, and I know that's 27. So then I have to add all of these up. Well, I think I will start off with the numbers that are in the thousands. 3,000 and 2,400 equals, and I have to do it over here, equals 5,400. I want to write this down so I keep track of it. Sometimes my brain loses the numbers. And then I have 120 plus 27, and that equals 147. So I'm going to add that to this number. And so that would be 7 and 0 is 7. 0 and 4 is 4. 400 and 100 is 500, and then I just bring down the 5,000. So our number would be 5,547. I bet you guys can, oops, it's not letting me get too much bigger. Okay, so we can see here, guys, that we've used the area model and then this idea of partial products, this idea that we are multiplying each number times 3 and we're getting it over on this side, and then we have to add them together. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Compare, never mind. Let me go to my next. Let me keep going to our next page. Let's see if I can do this. Step in journal, and we're probably going to load it all over. This feels like being back in class, doesn't it? So I want to go to one page, but I'll go to this one, and I'll try to make this bigger. Can I make, oh, there we go. Can I make it bigger? So let's try it with here. We've got this number right here. Okay, so I have my 3 times 2,178. So I'm going to put my 3 here. And I'm going to put that, it's not a 2, it's a 2,000. I'm going to put it right there. Look how nice I'm writing. And then I have my 1 for 100. And then my 7 for 70. And then my 8 for 8. Oops, that's a terrible 8. All right. And then I'm going to do some multiplying. So 3 times 2,000. So I'll write that up here. 3 times 2. Oh my goodness. It's very hard to do this on the computer. 3 times 2,000 is 6,000 because I know 3 times 2 is 6. And I have to make sure my zeros match up, meaning I've got 3 zeros again over in the factor. So I have to have 3 in my product. 3 times 100, 3 times 100, just like that, equals 300. And then 3 times 70. And I know that 3 times 7 equals 21. So I'm going to put that here. But it's not 3 times 7, it's 3 times 70, so it'd be 210. And then I've got 3 times 8, and 3 times 8 is 24. Boy, that's a terrible 8. Okay, now, then I've got to add all of this together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my hundreds first, and I'll kind of keep track of those. And that's going to be 510, and I'll put this over here. I don't just try to keep the numbers in my brain because I forget. So I try to write down numbers. And then I've got 6,000. And 6,500 is 6,510. So 6,000 plus 510 equals 6,510. And then I'm going to add to that 24. So 24 plus 6,510 equals, let's see if I can do this, 6,534. So again, just to recap, what we did is I took the numbers and I basically split these numbers out by place value. Okay, I put one of the factors over on this side, and then I did my multiplication on this side. And then once I had all of my multiplication, all of my products, I then added them all up. Okay, so I'm going to stop here and I'm going to show you what your math journal is. Let's see if I can find that. And I believe it is right here. Okay, so what I would like you to do is solve this number, 4 times 3,216 using the array method. So you could draw yourself a rectangle, and then we're going to be multiplying 4 times 3,000, 4 times 200, 4 times 10, and 4 times 6. And I'd like you to then write this out and put this in your math notebook and solve it for me. And then I would like you to create and solve your own problem, okay? And so you're going to be doing 2 problems. So create and solve a 1-digit times a 4-digit multiplication problem. Use the array method to show your work. Okay, kids, that's what you can be doing in your math journal. Okay, I will see you next time.